Hello everybody and welcome to another Vintage Cube video where we opened a piece of power. Love to see that. We'll take the Mox. It's definitely the worst Mox, but a Mox nonetheless. Unfortunately, we're actually passing a bunch of powerful green cards. Uro, Grist, and Channel are probably the next best cards in this pack. So we may or may not end up playing green. I also think Dismember and Probe are first pickable. That may tell you something about Phyrexian mana. There's also Azorius Signet and Underground Sea and Fury. So a lot of pretty solid cards here, but we'll definitely take the Mox. Typically, taking a Mox pushes you towards that color, just for having better mana, but this actually pushes me away from Mono Green, especially passing the Channel, because Mono Green already has access to a bunch of good acceleration, so this doesn't really complement the weaknesses of the green deck. I think this is actually, like, playing optimally, this probably pushes you towards aggro, because a Mox in an aggro deck is great. Okay, no good green stuff here. Some good options though. So if we wanted to just like lean into aggro, we could just slam Goblin Guide, but I don't think that's the pick. I think we want to take Strip Mine here. Strip Mine is great. It plays well in every single deck, certainly including aggro decks. Recurring Nightmare is also pretty strong. That's probably the most powerful build around card here, but Strip Mine might even be better than Recurring Nightmare, and Strip Mine definitely works better with a Mox, so we'll take that. Also, second pick Goblin Guide isn't really a sign. If we see like a fifth or sixth pick Goblin Guide, that's a pretty good sign that red is open, but I don't think we can necessarily deduce that just from pick 2 Goblin Guide. Okay, interesting pack. The white cards are really strong. There's also Counterspell, but neither of these cards really work well with Counterspell. We could take Utopia Sprawl, or we could take Wooded Foothills. I think it's really between the Foothills, the Stoneforge, and the Path. And I think I like taking the Stoneforge here. Path is awkward with Strip Mine, and I mean, actually, maybe we take the Wooded Foothills. Because we really would like to be Wrenn and Six if we have Strip Mine and Mox Emerald. Yeah, you know what? Let's take this. Stoneforge Mystic is good, but we don't have any equipment yet. If this was a Thalia, I think I would take it. And I would take it over a normal card. Like, I would take it over any of these three. But I think Wooded Foothills is kind of perfect for this deck. We could just be, like, if green is really open and these cards are coming around, we could be mono green still. It could be, like, some sort of red-green aggro deck splashing Wrenn and Six. We could also just be red-white, potentially, if we pick up a Plateau. Okay, well, So there's a Zealous Conscript, which is a great card. There's Nissa. There's Teferi. Really close pick here. Teferi doesn't really work with what we have. Like, just going Counterspell into Teferi is a solid way to go, but I mean, that's not really where we're at. Nissa is really strong. It's also 5 mana, though. Zealous Conscripts is also strong, and it goes infinite with Splinter Twin or Zealous Conscripts. I think I'm going to speculate on the Zealous Conscripts here. Close pick. Yeah, let's take the Conscripts, though. The upside is very, very high for this card, and even the base rate is pretty solid, so we'll take that. Now we see Savai Triome, which is a nice land that we can find with Wooded Foothills. There's also Raging Ravine and Lava Claw Reaches. Red Elemental Blast 2. So best case scenario is that we get Wrenn and Six and it can be a nice Gruul deck with Raging Ravine, but this is a card that we can actually fetch with Wooded Foothills. It's not the best, though. If this was like a Jeskai land, I would definitely take it because if we're playing Twin, that pushes us towards blue-red. But we have Wooded Foothills and Mox, which push us towards green. I think I'm going to take the Raging Ravine. It's close. This could end up backfiring, but I think we'll do that. Okay, now we see some very powerful white stuff, but also some pretty good green stuff. Zagoth Triome is an option. Although, yeah, we can find that with the Wooded Foothills, but we could also just take Pest Infestation, which honestly, I think I'm just going to do this. I'm already inclined to be green because of all this stuff and the possibility of Wrenn and Six Strip Mine. And Pest Infestation is a really strong card. Green looks fairly open. Yeah, let's take this. Okay, super late Wasteland. There's also Pestermite, but I think I'm actually taking the Wasteland here. If we already had Twin, I would take this, but we don't. Oh, it's really close though. This is such high upside. But Wasteland, when we already have Strip Mine, now with Wasteland and Strip Mine, we can really build around that sort of effect and like take Knight of the Reliquary or Crucible of Worlds or cards like that very highly. Yeah, close pick. And again, if I already had Kiki Jiki, I would take this, but let's take the Wasteland. Okay. Now we can take Horizon Canopy or Nissa. Let's take Nissa actually. Horizon Canopy is good if we have the Wrenn and Six stuff, but we already have 3 lands that go to the graveyard. I guess we could take Overgrown Tomb. You know what? Let's take Overgrown Tomb actually. A super late tomb is a bit of a signal. We can find that off of Wooded Foothills. Um, yeah, we could potentially be Jund here. Okay, now we see a late Uro, which I think is the pick. Yeah, we'll take an Uro. All right, there's a Savannah. So we're moving towards. I mean, we have a lot of colors here. I think we do take that over any of these cards, though. They're all kind of weak. Whoa, Stone Fortune Path both came around, but so did Utopia Sprawl. And at this point, like, yeah, we just took a Savannah, but I still think we're supposed to take Utopia Sprawl here. With that being said, Path is really strong, but I think Cheap Acceleration is really strong too. Yeah, I'll take the Sprawl. With Wasteland and Strip Mine, we're trying to leverage a mana advantage here, so I don't really love giving them lands. Now I'll take a Maelstrom Pulse. Smokestack is kind of interesting, but I think I'd rather have the Pulse. Okay, we'll take Regrowth, Electroman, and last pick Satoru. So we might just not play red. Then I'll regret this Raging Ravine pick. Yeah, we'll see what we get. Ooh, okay, so a lot of tempting options here. There's Crucible of Worlds, which is very strong with Wasteland and Strip Mine, but there's also Scalding Tarn. I guess Scalding Tarn can't get either of our current fetchable lands, though. There's also, like, Kolaghan's Command and Elvish Reclaimer. I think when we already have Strip Mine plus Wasteland, though, we just need to take the Crucible. This is a card that could come around, but it also might not. The most common uses of this card are to bring back Wasteland and Strip Mine, but if someone just has a couple fetches, they might take this card too. Yeah, I think this is pretty important to our game plan, and we're going to hope to wheel Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, Birds of Paradise versus Taiga. Um, I guess we don't have red stuff yet. Yeah, let's take the bird. Birds of Paradise is a really nice pickup. Now we see a few options. So what colors are we? We're definitely playing green, but then we have like literally all of the other colors, at least the potential for all of the other colors. I like Croxa a lot, but this isn't the best deck for it. We don't have anything in splashing blue, so we have this one Uro, but we're probably not playing blue. Um, we have 3 gold blue cards on our sideboard. Cathar Commando is very strong. I honestly might just take the Acidic Slime though here. Green is the only color we know we're playing, and attacking their mana is a big part of our game plan. Yeah, I'll take a Slime Ball. Okay, Tropical Island is a good one. I think that's the pick here. Mystic Confluence is good too, but this gives us a much better blue splash. That makes Uro back on the table. So we have green black, green white, and green blue lands to fetch. We don't have green red right now, but Wooded Foothills is looking nice. Hopefully we can find more fetches, and maybe the Taiga comes around. Okay, here we have a few options. Could take Rafine's Tower. It's kind of weird. It's the only land that we cannot find with Wooded Foothills, though. Spellseeker doesn't do much. Could take Survival of the Fittest. It's really good with Uro. We're a bit light on creatures at the moment, though, for a card like that. I think that's still the pick, though, because of the synergy with Uro. And then we'll see. If we end up with a low creature count, we'll cut this. But high upside. I really like how it works with Uro. You can, like, discard whatever creature you want to find Uro, then discard Uro to find like Birds of Paradise, and just for each green mana you have, just you take a bad creature out of your deck and put it into the graveyard, which sets up a really nice Uro escape. Definitely an interesting start. The Zealous Conscripts is looking a little awkward. I'm wishing I had Nissa now, but I think it's fine. Ooh, there's the Wrenn. Okay, we'll definitely take that. Questing Beast is good. Hydroid Crisis is good. Tireless Tracker, but definitely taking the Wrenn here. We need to find a red fetchable land. I guess Wooded Foothills can just get basic mountain, but if the Taiga comes around, that would be great. We have now two ways to return lands from our graveyard and Wasteland plus Strip Mine, so the mana denial plan is fully online. The cards that we're looking for now are ways to increase the consistency of this by finding our lands, like Elvish Reclaimer coming around, and then also if we could find Fast Bond, that would be really good, or Oracle of Moldiah, just ways to put extra lands into play. Okay, I think we take Knight of Autumn here. We don't have the best white splash, but we're hoping to get some more fetch lands, and this card's great. It blows up artifacts, which is important. If we're attacking their mana, their lands, but they still have Moxen and Signets, that's not as good, so this is the perfect card here. Okay, Life from the Loam is kind of interesting, but I think we need to take Spara's Headquarters here. We already have two ways to recur lands. There's also Thespian Stage, which goes, well, not infinite, but it makes a 20/20 if we get Dark Depths, but I think I'm just taking Spara's Headquarters here. Okay, the Elvish Reclaimer wheeled. That's great. Bushwhack could be playable, but yeah, easy Reclaimer. This deck is looking really sweet. Just need one Fast Bond to turbocharge it. Pretty happy we didn't go in on the twin plan. Green looks very open. We haven't seen that much blue or red. I really do want to play all of these cards. I think Regrowth and Survival are both potentially cuttable, but all the rest of these spells are very, very good if we have the mana for them. And I guess with only one fetch, we don't yet. But if we can find like two fetches in pack 3, then we'll have really good splashes for all of our colors. Okay, there's a Blood Crypt. I don't think we're a Gideon deck. We could be an Endurance deck. I think I like just taking Blood Crypt, though. Hmm. Yeah, I'll take Blood Crypt. Okay, that makes me... Like, we could take Kroxa and have Kroxa and Uro, and that makes Survival of the Fittest actually really good. Yeah, I think that's the play. Funny that there's two escape cards in the same pack. Okay, this pack's a brick. We'll take the most powerful card. Blooming Marsh, sure. May or may not even play that. Okay, I think we take the Krasis here over this. I don't want too many lands that aren't forests for Utopia Sprawl. And last pick, Fiend Artisan. Okay, green is super open. Maybe Fiend Artisan is playable. So, priorities for pack 3. Fetch lands are probably the number 1 priority. Fast Bond is the number 2 priority. And then like win conditions. All right, easy Windswept Heath here. Leovold, Garrick, Tavalar's Huntmaster, Deluge. Lots of reasonable pickups, but definitely taking the fetch. This can find Tropical Island. It can find Overgrown Tomb. It can find Savannah. It can't find Blood Crypt. So right now, but then it can find Spar's Headquarters. So it has every color except for red. Okay, yeah, not getting red with this is too bad. And not having Taiga is really annoying with Wrenn and Six. So hopefully we can find that, but still taking Windswept Heath here. Very good pickup. Omnath would be another relatively high pick here. Okay, I will take an Uro with great pleasure. That's one of the best things we could have gotten. Moldrifter's good. We might play Unholy Heat. There's a Marsh Flats. But yeah, easy Oko. That's incredibly strong. Now we see Temple Garden. Also Escape to the Wilds. And then like some cheap red cards. Right now our only white card is one Knight of Autumn, and we already have a pretty perfect white splash. So I think I'm not going to take that. Do we take Escape to the Wilds? Yeah, honestly, this seems pretty good. We don't have that much top end, we don't have much card draw, and letting us play an additional land and dig for Wasteland is really nice. Okay, Urza Saga is interesting. We only have one artifact, but Urza Saga plus Wrenn and Six is really good. There's also Field of the Dead, Garrick. I think I like Field of the Dead here, though. Yeah, let's take the field. Now we see a nice late Misty Rainforest. There's also Splinter Twin, but I think we're just off that plan at this point. We are doing more disruptive things. Yeah, if we had better card selection, we could play that, but you want to be pretty heavy blue with a lot of cantrips to make that work. Let's just take the Great Fetch Land. Okay, Stomping Ground is amazing. There's also Ketria Triome. Um, I think we want the untapped source, though. We already have pretty good blue mana. Yeah, all of these fetches can already get untapped blue-green, so now we'll make it so they can get red as well. Okay, interesting. Ramanap, Nahiri, and Noble Hierarch, all of which would be good. I think I like getting the Ramanap, though. Noble Hierarch is amazing, though. This is really close. This is like the perfect deck for Hierarch, or for both of these cards. Ramanap means we can find this effect up with creatures. It's easier to kill than Crucible, though. But Bird speeds us up, which is super important. I think I'm actually taking the Hierarch here. It's really close, but I think 2 ways to recur things from the graveyard is enough. I'd rather just get a little extra speed. Okay, what do we want now? Probably Loran. This is a lot worse because it doesn't fix our mana. Yeah, let's take Loran and just go really hard on blowing up their artifacts, enchantments, and lands. Now we see Plow Under, Leovold, and Garrick. I think we should just Leovold. We should have enough mana to splash this pretty easily. Yep. Okay, none of this looks that good. I think we'll take Dam for the sideboard. So this is probably an 18 lander, could be 17 with a Mox and all these accelerants. But we are playing Field of the Dead, and Wasteland and Stripline are both not really lands in the traditional sense. So we need like 2 to 3 more spells to play. And we have a few passable things in the board. Survival of the Fittest could be a bit awkward, but I think it's good. Yeah, especially if the escape brothers are a big part of our game plan. Okay, I think I'm taking Temple Garden here. Well, our White Splash is already so good. Okay, we'll take a Courser. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like sort of 6, 7, 8 white sources without playing a Plains, and our only white cards are 1 Loran and 1 Night of Autumn. Okay, Rolling Earthquake is interesting, but I think we take the Garrick here. Yeah, Garrick's pretty good. Okay, so we could run this with 4 basics. That seems fine to me. Deck is kind of sweet. Field of the Dead is awkward with a lot of our cards. Kroxa, Uro. Ooh, there is the Twin, but I think I'm just not even taking it, even though it is an infinite combo. We just don't have good redundancy for that. I think Augur of Autumn is better for us. But now we need to make a cut. Oh man, Green Sun Zenith, is that good? Not really, actually. Yeah, I think Green Suns is a worse tutor than Survival of the Fittest for this deck. So, what are the cuts? Well, we could maybe do 17 lands. Let's look at the color breakdown first. So, heavy green as we knew. Very, very heavy green. So, 19 green cards. That's almost as many as I've ever seen in a 5-color deck. 2 white. 4 black. 4 blue. 3 red. So very close on everything except for green. So let's start with 2 forests and then count everything up. This gives us for green 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's honestly more than we need. I think we could go down to 12. How many forests do we have untapped on turn 1 though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That still seems fine. Utopia Sprawl is good here. Okay, for blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wouldn't mind one more blue, but 5 is passable. For red, I'll add an island here to go to 6. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's fine. For white, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems fine. And for black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm just going to add one basic mountain then because of how important Wrenn and Six is for this game plan. And we'll run like this. I think this deck is sweet. We have good fixing of all our colors. There will be some games where like we have only 4 of our colors, so 1 card is stranded in our hand. But 1 card being stranded in your hand is fine. The thing you just want to avoid is having like 3 blue cards with no island. And that's pretty unlikely, I think. So we will run it like this. Yeah, we'll run like this. This deck seems really sweet. We're playing a lot of mana sources, but given that Wasteland and Strip Mine both give us value, I think that's okay. We have 3 fetches plus Wasteland and Strip Mine and Wrenn and Six. So this is one of the best Wrenn and Six decks I've ever drafted. Also Crucible of Worlds. We're playing Kroxa and Uro. A lot going on here. A lot to like. See you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1 on the draw against Bones 3. We're playing some sweet 5-color green. And, oh man, this hand is really close. If we draw a fetch land, it's great, but Utopia Sprawl's bad. Yeah, we gotta ship this. Okay, we can keep this. We don't have blue mana yet, unfortunately, but we have all the rest of our colors. We have Pest Infestation for interaction, Courser to dig for lands. It's not great, but I think it's better than the average 5. Okay, playing against a graveyard deck. I wish we'd taken that Endurance now. We draw Leavold, okay. Pest Infestation is good against some Reanimator stuff. If they play like Necromancy next turn, we can snipe that with a Pest Infestation. Survival of the fittest, huh? Okay. If we play Savannah, we cannot play Leavold next turn. I think that's fine, though. I think I'd almost always rather play Oko next turn anyways. So we'll preserve our life total and get the survival of the fittest into play. And then we might just go tap, like next turn, one option is just go tap land and then start filling up the graveyard. Okay, they're just discarding Collective Brutality. That's great news. No big boys in the yard. Okay, this is all fine too. So we take 3. We're definitely behind by a bit, but I don't hate our position. Wasteland, okay, not really what we were looking for. We need blue mana. Let's just play this and pass. And then we're going to start filling up our graveyard for one of our escape creatures. We are pretty far away from playing both of them. We need double blue for Uro. I mean, I think we're just getting both and putting them both into the graveyard here because we don't really want to draw either one. Yeah, that seems fine. This Liliana is going to threaten ultimate pretty soon. Discard Leavold since we don't have blue. Grab Uro. Discard Uro. And getting a mana dork does make sense against the Lily, so let's just grab Kroxa now. Forest, okay, so let's play the Courser. Don't mind that. I'm just going to strip mine them now. What's our plan for dealing with this Liliana, though? Because Liliana Ultimate is a very real threat. We don't have a great way to deal with it. Okay, they main phase tap to draw a card. So no, like we still can't really hit them with Oko profitably. They choop down our Courser. Okay, this is not looking great. If they plus Liliana here, they're just way ahead. Like we have a lot going on over here, but we just need a little bit too long to set up. We know we're drawing Garrick, which is not very good here. So let's discard the Croxa. And one option is just to grab Knight of Autumn, but that's so underwhelming. Fiend Artisan is pretty beefy. The problem is it just gets chump blocked. I think that's still what we need to grab here, though. Then we'll go land, Fiend Artisan. But the problem is this deck is not that good when we're behind on board. We have a lot of good ways to blow up their lands. And if we just found blue source and played Oko on turn 3, we easily win this game. But given that we still have no blue sources, I think it's going to be pretty tough. They can just... okay, they've upkeep Vamp. Yeah, Liliana is probably going to ultimate, and I don't think we can really beat that here. What this deck really wants to play against is like greedy 5-color decks. Just a consistent mono black deck where Wasteland is bad is going to be a tough matchup. So I'll scoop to this. Yeah, this is probably our worst matchup. Wasteland is not really good. We didn't see a single non-basic. Let's just throw in one more island. If this Wasteland was an island, we would have won that game easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean 6 is even pretty good, especially with other stuff too. But all right, yeah, let's end it like this. On the play. Okay, this hand is a little bit faster. That's good. I think we're getting blue-green with Wooded Foothills. And let's play the bird first in case we top deck Wrenn and Six. And then next turn we could either play one of these 3-drops or double spell. Both of these you ideally want to play before you play a land, not after. Okay, they push our guy. That makes things a little easier. I mean, it's bad. I'm not happy to see that, but we can just develop our mana this way. And then next turn we can play Crucible into land. Eldritch Reclaimer's an okay pickup, but we're definitely want to play the Hierarch first because we really want to play one of our 3-drops next turn. Okay, they get to take our Crucible. That's too bad. Push into Duress is a really solid interactive start from the opponent. We still get 2 looks at land with Augur of Autumn. Yeah, they take the Crucible. That's definitely correct here. And then play Cryptbreaker, okay. Hopefully we can find the land in our top 2. Okay, not bad. Let's still play the Augur. Yes. I think I'm just going to fetch 4 that Stomping Ground. Unless... Well, no, we don't really need another red. We can get our first white land. Yeah, we'll grab Savannah. Don't like having a Mox on top, but it's fine. So we actually have Coven now. I think that's what this is called, yeah. So we can play creatures and lands off the top of our library if they don't do anything. We can also sack one of our lands to find a Strip Mine. They play Liliana and kill the Noble Hierarch. Okay. Land off the top. Oh, come on. I guess we can shuffle our library. So we'll play Survival of the Fittest. Send our Augur at their Liliana. Then play Mox to keep up Elvish Reclaimer. And we need to decide if we want to get Field of the Dead or Strip Mine, but probably Strip Mine. And then if we see just another brick on top, we can potentially even use the Reclaimer in our own upkeep to find another land to get a fresh look. This deck really wants Fast Bond. With Augur, Courser, Crucible, Wrenn and Six. Evoke Shriekmaw to kill. Which one? The Reclaimer. Interesting. Okay, in response, we will do this. I don't think we need... no, I'll sack Savannah, actually. Well, what are we getting? Do we want to get Strip Mine? Yeah, okay, we'll sack the Blooming Marsh. It's bad if we draw exactly Croxa, but we don't have much black in our deck. So let's grab the Strip Mine, which makes Wrenn and Six a really good draw. Brutal. We still have a mountain on top. That's such a classic Scrybug. Oh, come on. Land. Okay, that's some action. Not the best action, but it does something. Blow up your land. Pass. And the next one, I think we use Survival of the Fittest and discard the Croxa. I mean, just playing it to make them to knock their last card out of their hand is not that great. They have Grizzlebrand in the yard, though. This is looking pretty bad. The problem is, like, just this whole Strip Mine plan is so bad against them. They only need, like, 1 or 2 lands to do their combo. Play land, shrink this, and pass. Okay, so let's take our draw step. Maelstrom Pulse. That is a good draw. That's a good enough draw that I think we just want to draw it. But, oh, we can't even play... no. It's just too bad to keep this Croaks in hand. Let's get this going. Hopefully we can find a blue source for Uro. Yeah, I think Uro is the pick here. Could also play Big Fiend Artisan, but I want to get this going. Courser on top, okay. I don't mind drawing Courser, because I just want to find creatures for Survival of the Fittest. So we'll play this, draw the Courser. Okay, now we find the Maelstrom Pulse again. That's pretty nice. So let's play land and pass. Kind of hilarious that we have all these lands, but we can't escape either of these. That might mean that our fixing is just not good enough to make this deck work. But we do have, like, if we draw a black source or a blue source, then we can escape one of these. And we have enough cards in the graveyard that we can just keep bringing it back after that. What we want is to find a blue source off the top. Okay, they can tap these zombies to draw a card, that's fine. Then do we want to pulse all their zombies or their Liliana? Probably better just to hit all their zombies. The Liliana ultimate is a little scary, though. We've gone through 20 cards and we've only found 1 blue source. It's kind of brutal. Okay, probably just passing here. Okay, so let's draw this. Find a blue source. Not a blue source, but not terrible. So we'll go Courser. Wait a second. We have enough mana to animate Raging Ravine here. Okay, so let's play this untapped. Utopia Sprawl. There's our second blue or black. Oh, no! Oh, that was a major blunder. I meant to animate Raging Ravine there. That's quite bad. So now we pulse these guys. And now do we just want to cycle this Courser to find some more action? Ah, that's so bad. I don't know why I thought that I could press OK there. Um, we could find Fiend Artisan. Honestly, I think that's worth it. Let's discard Courser of Crufix. Find Fiend Artisan. We'll play the Fiend Artisan and pass. And this creature is huge. Black Source on top, so Croaks is coming down next turn. So we want to leave our creatures and our lands in the graveyard. So we'll delve away Crucible, Maelstrom Pulse, and then I guess we'll just hit some of the lands, probably. I think I would rather have a big Fiend Artisan than more lands for Wrenn and Six, because Wrenn and Six is realistically just going to buy back. Like, maybe I'll leave Misty Rainforest to find Island and then strip mine, but the rest of the lands don't matter. Okay, not a bad one. Let's start by putting this into play so they have to and make them use their thing. Our mana is awkward. We still don't have the mana to do Raging Ravine, but I think that's okay. So Wooded Foothills, Crucible of Worlds, Maelstrom Pulse, Blooming Marsh, and then I'll take one creature. Now let's just take the Misty Rainforest too. This is fine. All right, they discard the Archon, and now if they want to keep their Liliana around, they have to chump block the Fiend Artisan. Hit them for 3. And this is probably their last turn. I don't know if we can literally kill them next turn, but we can put the game in a position where they can no longer win. So good. They go for the chump. They could minus this to bring back Shriekmaw, but Shriekmaw doesn't kill either of our good creatures. If they top deck Animate Dead this turn, it's still not even that bad. We can find Night of Autumn to kill it. They will, I guess, I guess if they bring back Grizzlebrand, they could find a bunch of action and potentially kill us. But they also only had one turn to top deck there. They were drawing, they had no cards in their hand before. So I think we're probably like 75% to win from this position. I didn't fully appreciate the value of Survival of the Fittest plus Augur or Courser. You can just keep on shuffling, always hit lands off the top, always find the right creature. Okay, they go for the minus. That's a sign of weakness. I mean, it probably is the right play in this position, but what do they buy back? They have 5 mana, so they could Shriekmaw or Augur. Looks like they're just going for that. We still only have 1 blue source, so hopefully we can find a nice island off the top. Oh wait, no, we're not going to have cards off the top anymore, but that's fine. Alright, so let's take our draw step. Let's animate and go for the attack. And I think at this point I'm just going to send everything at their face. Just try and close out the game. This also makes Croxa, or a potential Grizzlebrand a lot less scary. I guess Leovold already does that though. Alright, Ashen Rider in the yard, that's fine. So we're coming in for, what, 17? So they have to chump block, and even if they chump block, they're going to be down to 3. I will say, though, we've gotten a little bit lucky to dodge any reanimation spells. I don't think they're all in on Reanimator, but they've seen a lot of their deck and still hit nothing. So we'll drop our Daddy Leo into play and pass turn. And now even an Archon of Cruelty is pretty beatable. Nice. Okay, so on the draw for game 3, tough matchup. We don't have any graveyard hate. Do we want to play one Zealous Conscripts? It's pretty good against Archon, pretty good against Griselbrand, pretty good against Liliana. I think that's worth it. What do we not want? These elves are bad against Liliana, but Liliana's just a one of, and I think we still need them. Let's cut Pest Infestation. We haven't seen, like, it's good against Animate Dead, but we already have 2 ways to deal with that are creatures. Although maybe Loran is worse, but I like it being a creature for survival and Fiend Artisan. So we'll just run it like this. Alright, good hand. We will keep no black or red mana, but no black or red cards. Also, we still haven't gotten a nice Wrenn and Six game. Hopefully we can get that soon. They also just have Cryptbreaker every game. Birds go. So Courser is not the best play on turn 2 in this matchup. That's devastating against like mono red, but not that good here, but still better than not having a turn 2 play. They're probably just going to pass and discard Archon to make it 2-2. Man, if only we had that endurance for this matchup. Looks like this could be Collective Brutality, discarding Entomb. Interesting. So we lose our thing. They get to look at our hand, but we don't have any instants or sorceries. That doesn't mean we don't have double green, actually, but I'm just happy that they're discarding Entomb. They're so far away from reanimating something now, so we're just not under that much pressure. We'll take 1. That's fine. Windswept Heath, not bad. I think I will play that so we can get red mana. We don't have a nice Triome to find with that, unfortunately, but we can just get a tap Stomping Ground. That gives us our double green. Doughty Voidwalker. Okay, that's a little bit scary. We don't have good removal for that. Take 1. We get to get Courser down. Bazaar of Baghdad. Okay. So they're going down to 1 card in hand on turn 3. So we would love to see no big boys in the graveyard. Just discard like 3 swamps. Okay, they do hit the Ashen Rider, so if their last card is a reanimation spell, this could get a little hairy. We're definitely behind here. Being on the draw and them killing our birds slows us down quite a bit. Okay, nice, that's good. I think I'm going to name black with this. No, we actually can't play that this turn unless we're naming green. Or we could just give up on the Courser. I think I'm just going to accept not having black mana for now, though. I want to be able to ramp into this Hydroid Krasis. Yeah, kind of close play. If we top deck Maelstrom Pulse, it'll be bad, but I'm going to play this on this naming green. Play Courser, Crucifix, and pass. Okay, Wrenn and Six on top is pretty good. It's not amazing, but we're probably just going to use that to kill their Cryptbreaker. So next turn we can play Garruk, untap 2 lands, Wrenn and Six, kill Cryptbreaker, and then the turn after we can play a huge Hydroid Krasis. And that should be enough unless they can put Ashen Rider into play pretty soon. If they miss for 2 turns, like if we get to play the Krasis before they bring Ashen Rider out, then I think it'll be bad. But if we get to cast the Krasis first and draw a bunch of extra cards, we should be able to insulate ourselves against the Ashen Rider. Okay, they just discard random stuff and then hit for 3 and pass. Okay, so we will, yeah, just play this off the top. Uro, bad against the Voidwalker, unfortunately. We'll play our Garrick. Untap 2 lands. Wrenn and Six. Kill your Crypt Breaker, and then we'll see if they make a dude in response. We'll leave the Courser back to block, and if they don't, we'll attack for 2. But if they do make a dude in response, then they have no cards. So, okay, they don't do that. All right, this is fine. So this is a key turn. If they are able to put Ashen Rider into play and take out our Savannah, our development is severely stunted. But, oh, they snuff out our Courser. Okay, that's fine. So they only have two mana, 1 card. They're top decking. They can cast a Courser if they want, but they're probably just going to kill our Wrenn and Six. But then we get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana and play a 7/7 Krasis. We can also play 6/6 Krasis and play Field of the Dead, but I think I just want to have a huge dude. All right, so we play 7/7, draw 3, gain 3. Okay, I like finding the Zealous Conscripts. Let's pass. And we could potentially threaten lethal. We can threaten lethal right now. It's not going to work because they can hit our Garrick down to 2. But the Garrick Ultimate would win the game with Zealous Conscripts. Kroxa and Uro in the hand is kind of hilarious, especially against Stealthy Voidwalker. Okay, so they can kill our thing, but then we can just steal their Voidwalker and sack it. The problem is we can't cast our own things that are exiled, so we cannot actually get any value out of that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is play our Zealous Conscript, steal the Voidwalker, then play Kroxa, which we can do because we have Garrick to untap our land. Zealous Conscript, steal Kroxa, and then once we take their or steal Voidwalker, then we'll play Kroxa and then cast whatever they discard. I guess they could use Bazaar of Baghdad in response, but that just gives us more cards for this. So we'll untap 2 lands again. Play Kroxa, which is no longer getting exiled, luckily. Alright, knock that last card out of their hand. It's just a swamp, but I still am going to take that because I don't want them to get this Voidwalker back. Oh, we could cast the Voidwalker. That's kind of hilarious, actually. Voidwalker for Voidwalker. Yeah, I think that's the play. Now they don't get it back at the end of the turn. I've never seen that happen before, but I'll take it. This also shuts down future Bazaar shenanigans, and we can easily beat an Ashen Rider from this position. So we'll play Uro. Alright. And we'll hit them for 3. And they're dead pretty soon. This puts them to 10. We probably can't kill them next turn, but it is possible. And then Garrick is threatening ultimate pretty soon. We have 5 different lands, so if we flood out, Field of the Dead will help us. We can Survival of the Fittest to turn this Elvish Reclaimer into something better. Definitely seems like a pretty good position. We could also Survival of the Fittest to just fill the graveyard and escape one of our Titans. So what is this? Titan of Nature's Wrath and Titan of Death's Hunger. I don't know why, but it's just like Croak's. I don't. It's the K and the X, I guess. It feels like a black-red card, and Uro does feel like a blue-green card. Maybe like a lot of vowels feels more green for some reason. Let me know in the comments if that makes any sense. But if I were to just guess, maybe I would guess like green-white for Uro. But it is kind of weird. It feels kind of blue. Some are pretty easy, like Collective Brutality. I guess I could imagine that being black-white. Ashen Rider definitely sounds black-white. Snuff Out, Shriek Maw all sounds very black-white. Birds of Paradise sounds very green. Could be blue-green or green-white, but definitely green. Wild Speaker, definitely green. I might guess the Field of the Dead was black, based on the name. Alright, there we go. I'm pretty happy to take down Reanimator. That seems like one of our worst matchups. See you in round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2 against Fresh 83D. We're on the play. And, high upside hand. If we draw a fetch land, it's great, but I think we gotta ship the one-lander. Okay, I'm gonna keep this in the draw. I don't love it, but I think it's good enough. We have turn 2 Augur or Courser, hopefully, if they don't kill our thing. If they kill this birds and we don't draw land, things get really rough, but Basic Island is not prone to kill spells. Okay, we find the land too, great. Still gonna play this before doing anything else. Do we find the land off the top? Yes, we do. Okay, I don't think we need the Field of the Dead, so I'm just gonna crack this end of turn. I think I'll just get Spar's Headquarters. Grab the top land, have maximum flexibility, and then this can get red. I almost just told them they were playing 5-color. I guess I don't really want to convey that information this early. I don't think it will really change much, but looks like we're playing against someone who knows me well, and they know I don't typically like these sorts of decks, but I think this build of it is very nice. All right, so let's grab this Spar's Headquarters. Hydroid Krasis on top. That's pretty medium. Uro. Oh, you got spice going on. That I do, my friend. I think I'm just going to jam Escape to the Wilds here. There's an argument for waiting, but it lets us develop really quickly. We're probably not going to be able to get all 5 cards off of this, but I think it's still worth it. Oops. Turn 3 Escape to the Wilds. Okay, this is solid. We'll play Blooming Marsh. I'm not going to play this mountain off the top. I want to get these lands while I can. And then next turn we can play at least 2 of these cards. Hit them for 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we could play Pulse plus, or Acidic Slime plus Wrenn. I wish I could honestly pull. I would think I would Pulse before playing the Wrenn here. But this is fine. We'll still just go Blood Crypt, Acidic Slime, Wrenn and Six. They have 4 mana for what? Thieving Skydiver? No. Hangerback Walker. Okay, that's pretty slow. Alright, I think I'm actually going to play this land off the top because I don't want to draw it. Losing the Blood Crypt hurts a bit because we don't have that much black mana, but I think it's still worth it. So let's go land. Okay, don't want another land on top, so I'll happily fetch that away. We'll get Tropical Island. Okay, Garrick on top is solid. Then we can go Acidic Slime. Blow up your mountain. No, let's just blow up islands, I think, actually. And then Wrenn and Six. Rebuy land. Pass. So we don't get value out of this Maelstrom Pulse or this Blood Crypt, unfortunately. But still seems fine. And I think I will hit for 2. If they want to block with a hanger back and get 2 dudes, that's fine. Okay, so these things go away. Losing Maelstrom Pulse does mean we have very little removal in our entire deck. So if they just go tinker into like some beefy boy, it could go downhill pretty quick. But they only have 3 mana. We have tons of mana, so we're definitely ahead. The question is, do they have something broken? All right, Brainstorm plus Fetch Land is strong. We can Wasteland if they get a non-basic though, so they can't get a blue source here. All right, fetching. We'll see if they get basic mountain or if they play around Wasteland with basic mountain, or if they get blue mana, which is basically a one-shot. All right, no blue mana this turn, so it's unlikely they do something bad this turn. Hopefully we can find Strip Mine soon. It's kind of unfortunate that we've played against 2 back-to-back matchups where Wasteland is kind of bad. Okay, Pest Infestation would be great. They just pass. Croxa. Okay, I think I'm going to just play a big Hydroid Krasis this turn. We could also play Garrick first, but this lets us draw an extra card, which I think is worth it. So 6/6 Krasis. And we get like multiple looks now to find Strip Mine, Field of the Dead. Oh, okay, they're forcing this. This doesn't work as well as they want it to, though, because we still get the 3 cards. So that's just a solid, like, -2 for 2. At the end of this result, we end up +2 cards and they end up down 2 cards. Okay, now let's attack them with Acidic Slime. And if they accept the trade and level up to get 3 1/1s, I'll just shoot one of the Thopters. I don't care about rebuying one of these lands. Alright, that goes through. Alright. We are at 26 with 7 cards and tons of mana. It's only turn 5. But I'm still scared because they're playing blue. What we really need is a way to attack their mana. Oko can kind of attack their mana, but it's not the best. Like, Pest Infestation would be ideal. We don't have a way to draw a card right now, though. We could play creatures off the top. So if we see Loran or Knight of Autumn under this Elvish Reclaimer, we can play that. They're also down to like not many cards, so Croxa hitting their hand will actually be relevant. Can we play and escape Croaks in the same turn? Not quite. Interesting, they're playing black too. Okay, we'll see what this is. Demonic Tutor, alright. But with only red, red, white available, there's not too much they can do here. I guess they could play Balance. Ooh, Balance would be really bad. I hope they don't have Balance in their deck. Okay, no Balance, that's good. Let's draw Field of the Dead off the top, okay. Yeah, I'll just drop that into play. Gain a life, make a zombie. We will Croxa to knock one of the cards out of their hand. Putting them down to 1 card. Time Walk. Wow, their last card must be really good. Let's go Garrick. I'm just gonna play a bunch of planeswalkers, I think. Untap 2 lands. Oko. And this is kind of a strange play, but I'm just going to turn this Boros Signet into a 3-3. I don't care about a 3-3 at all on this board. We have plenty of blockers. Okay, they're just leveling this up in response. That's fine. Okay, then let's just... I think I care more about Elvish Reclaimer than Noble Hierarch here. So we'll dump this guy onto the board. Plus this. Do we even want the land, though? I think I'm actually just going to leave the card in the graveyard. So we're closer to escaping these guys. And we will pass. Every turn we just put more and more permanents onto the board. They have one card. They have no white mana. They don't have double blue, so they can't upheaval. Whatever they took is better than Time Walk, but Time Walk is also not even that good here, so that's not necessarily the worst. Tolarian Academy. Okay, that represents a lot of mana. So now they have 3, 4, 5, 6... No, only 2 from the Academy. Wait, what if they have the card that destroys all creatures, planeswalkers, artifacts, and lands? Jokel Hops? That would be kind of awesome. Toxic Deluge. Okay. This is beatable. They're out of cards. We can bring back Kroxa. Yeah, this is definitely beatable. Okay, so let's go black, red, untap 2 lands. Black, red, Kroxa. We're going to Wasteland your Tolarian Academy. Play Augur of Autumn. Okay, good draw. On top, let's rebuy the Wasteland. Play Wasteland. Make a dude. Play Survival of the Fittest. And then I'm going to hold the Hierarch in my hand so we can discard it. But I'm not going to discard it this turn. Then let's... I think just make a food token, honestly. Get him some extra loyalty. And we'll pass. Good position. Yeah, the Garrick Ultimate is threatening to win the game. The Kroxa trigger almost wins on its own. They don't have much mana. Even Tinker, I think, wouldn't be enough here. So one option is for them to send everything at Garrick. Our life total is super high, so I'm not worried about dying to anything strange. Okay, they don't want us to ultimate either of our planeswalkers. That makes sense. So attack like this, that's fine. We'll let this go through. Alright, then we'll take our draw step. Utopia Sprawl is not really what I want. Let's discard this Noble Hierarch to search and find a better card on top. Do we want to get Knight of Autumn? I guess Wrenn is probably better. Crucible of Worlds, don't really care about that, but it's fine. Let's play the Wrenn. Just gonna keep on going after their mana. Oh wait, no, we can just kill them. Alright, so we're playing against blue-black artifacts. They have some really powerful stuff. Tolarian Academy, Time Walk, Demonic Tutor. Good to know about Force of Will and Toxic Deluge as powerful interaction. Should be a pretty good matchup, though, when we have Wrenn and Pest Infestation and Night of Autumn and Maelstrom Pulse to blow up their artifacts. And Acidic Slime, I guess. I think we just run it back. This doesn't seem like a matchup where we really need Zealous Conscripts. We could play Regrowth. I think I would rather just submit, though. Alright. On the draw, that makes it a little harder, but with great hand, we have Wrenn and Six plus Strip Mine and a fetch land. We have no way to accelerate into this, so the problem with this is, like, it's not like we're hitting extra land drops either. This means that both players will just stay on 2 lands forever. So it's possible that they can win here. It's not like this just wins. If we had Fast Bond, it would be game over. Okay, Basic Forest was the worst thing we could draw. So we need white mana to play this Wrenn, but we're still going to get red-green on turn 1 so that we can play the Wrenn first. If this is like a pack rat, okay, no pack rat. If I draw Mox, I think I'll actually play Wrenn first. So we need to get red. I think red-green is better than red-black here. Man, kind of brutal that we are drawing all these lands. We'll just play Tropical Island Wrenn. Oh, whoops. I don't think strip mining them is that great when they just played a Signet. They're going to be up on mana either way. If they force this, then we don't have a good way to get white mana, but also they're down to 2 cards, and they have no blue mana. Okay, it resolves. Let's rebuy the Wooded Foothills and pass. And then next turn, I mean, yeah, drawing back-to-back lands sucks. We're holding 6 lands in our hand, which is not really where I want to be. But we have Wasteland, Strip Mine, Wrenn and Six. We can Wrenn this Boros Signet. They cycle Rogran Trio main phase. That's a very strange line. There's their island. Okay, good draw. I think I'm just going to use Strip Mine this turn instead of Wrenn. So, Strip Mine your island. Wrenn and Six to bring back the Strip Mine. And Birds of Paradise. And then next turn we can hit their mana twice. We can play Wrenn to blow this up, Strip Mine them again. So this is their last turn. They have 4 mana this turn, and then they'll have less mana every single turn for the rest of the game. Another Signet. Okay, that's beatable. Uro, good draw. I think that's better than Wrenn, actually. So we'll just destroy their mana. Be gone, lands. We don't have much mana in our hand either, but the difference is that we have like a Wrenn and Six that's threatening to ultimate soon. We have a full grip. We're not anywhere close to running out of land drops. Even if they have something like Balance here, I don't think it's too bad. Alright, they say the GG. Alright, sweet. So we are 2-0, headed to the finals and fighting for the 4th consecutive trophy. That would be kind of sweet, number 63. See you there. Alright, here we are for the finals against Alex Merca, 84 ITA. We're on the play, and we have a great hand. Definitely keeping. I think I'm going to get green-blue here with the Windswept Heath, and then play the birds. If they kill our birds, it's kind of annoying, but we're on the play. Like it's not that easy for them to kill Birds of Paradise with only 1 land. So looking pretty good to be able to play Leovold into Crucible. All right, so let's go blue-green. Birds. No fatal push. Oh. Okay, that's it's a good turn one, but I'm still overall happy to see this. So let's get the Blood Crypt into play, and go black, blue, green for Leovold. And then next turn we can decide between Garruk, untap 2 lands, play Survival of the Fittest, or Crucible of Worlds. I'm leaning towards the Crucible. Although developing our mana would be nice. If we draw something like Hydroid Krasis, some big payoff, we could do the Garruk play. I guess any creature represents a Hydroid Krasis, though, because we can play Survival of the Fittest. Oh, man. Okay. This is not acceptable. You're not allowed to have this much fast mana, especially if we don't get to draw our mocks. They have 5 mana. They could Mind Twist our hand, which would be pretty devastating. We would not have much left. We would draw 1 card off Leovold, so we would keep 1 card at random, which hopefully would be the Crucible of Worlds. Okay, Duretti is fine. Alright, this is totally fine. We get to draw a card here. Courser, not bad. They sack the Mana Crypt, so they're not even ahead on mana anymore. Fast Bond, huh. Okay, so we have a few options here. Crucible seems a bit too slow. So do we want to play Courser or Garruk into Survival of the Fittest? Probably Garruk into Survival of the Fittest. And then we can discard this Courser to find some action. So they might just kill our Birds of Paradise here, which would be fine. If they don't, okay, yeah, they don't. So we're gonna have some mana. Do we want to find? What do we want to find here? Knight of Autumn is one option to kill the Mox Ruby. Oh, they put Leovold into play. Okay. And then play Chandler. All right. So yeah, let's just go for the Knight of Autumn play. So we'll Survival, and we're gonna get the Leovold back. Which is better, Loran or Knight of Autumn? Probably Loran, because it just gives us more flexibility. So we'll blow up the enemy dead. They do get to draw a card, which I don't love, but it's fine. Then we will, I think, just make a beast. We don't need more mana. So we'll strip mine there, Black Source, make a beast. Oh wait, this is Delirious now. Hmm. I'm honestly tempted to still just make a beast. Yeah, I think a 3/3 beast here is not bad. And we'll pass. Next turn we can Crucible into strip mine again. So Garruk dies. Yep, not great, but not terrible. We have okay counterattacks. Do they sack? So do they sack their construct or make another? They should probably just plus, make more blockers. Yep. Okay, so let's go Crucible of Worlds into strip mine. And then attack them with Beast. Attack their dude that can chump block. And then we're going to use Loran end of turn. And we want to find any creature here. Any creature would be good because then we can use Survival of the Fittest to find one of our escape creatures and start going off. And we have the Birds of Paradise to draw to do it end of turn. Okay. That's fair enough. We still got to kill something with Crucible. We're in a good position to kill their Duretti. They're very low on mana here. Fatal Push to kill the beast. Okay. Dragon's Red Channeler is so good for 1 mana. Alright, they like the card on top. We lose this. They hit us. And then we'll draw a card end of turn. Nice. Let's get Uro. I think I like Uro better than Kroxa. Okay, so we'll play Uro. Or wait. Can we just put it into play this turn? No, it sucks that we have a Blood Crypt. Okay, let's discard the Uro. And I think I'm just going to get Knight of Autumn and keep on going after their mana. So we'll send this at Duretti. Duretti goes to 1. Then we will put this Knight of Autumn into play. We could blow up Fast Bond, actually, but I think I'm just going to blow up the Mox. Get this into play tapped and pass. And then next turn we'll bring back Uro. And in this low resource type game, I think Uro should be able to take this over pretty quickly. They're going to play 3-drop. There's not many 3-drops that are bad. I guess Endurance would be annoying. Ramanap Excavator. Okay, that is pretty good with Fast Bond. They get to replay 2 lands from the graveyard. But Uro still wins this battle. The 2/3 blocker is honestly pretty annoying though. We don't have any attacks now. Do we want to have each player draw a card end of turn? I don't think so. I think with Uro we have good card draw. Okay, terrible draw there. Just play Island. Then go blue, green, escape this. Do we find a creature? No, we don't. Brutal. Okay, then we'll just pass. This is bad, though. That Ramanap is rough. When we had them super low on mana, it was looking good. But now that they can just recur any lands, Strip Mine, like Wrenn and Six Strip Mine doesn't even help us. We have a lot of good draws, though. If we find any creature, we can turn it into a Hydroid Krasis. We can also put Kroxa into play. If they put Duretti down to 1 to kill our Uro, we can just bring it back, probably. Luris. Okay, they can play Animate Dead, actually. Next turn. Yeah, we're probably behind here. Problem is we don't really have a good way to go over the top here. Like, we can do a lot of things and just, like, keep on getting value. And, like, maybe putting Croxa plus Uro into play is enough. They have a Wrenn and Six of their own, okay. Shooting the Wrenn. Alright, I'm gonna have us each draw a card. Okay, nice. We found a creature. Field of the Dead would be a good find. So we have a couple options. We could get Croxa to then just put Croxa into the yard. Okay, they're killing our Uro. That means we probably don't need Croxa. Their Duretti goes down to 1. I wish we had Walking Ballista. I think I'm just going to get Hydroid Krasis here. Interesting draw. Interesting draw. I think we still play the Krasis this turn, though. We don't have any, like, if we could kill one of these things and then kill the Duretti, that would be one thing. But, yeah, let's just get the Hydroid Krasis down. Six flyer. If they want to kill it, they have to sack their Duretti. And there's the Field of the Dead. Okay, this seems like a solid position. We'll pass back to the opponent. Okay, they killed the Knight of Autumn. Uro is ready to come back at any point. That Animate Dead plus Lurrus is scary. Vraska. Okay, yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Should be a solid matchup overall, but I think we're down this one. I'm also going to quickly run to the bathroom. Be back shortly. Alright, so we're taking a big hit and probably going to have to go to game 3 here, or to game 2, but we'll see. I have 3 Planeswalkers on 1 loyalty. It's kind of funny. We can do some things. Could be tough to kill them, though, especially with this whole Animate Dead shenanigans. Okay, so let's go Uro. I'm going to exile all my creatures so they can't bring them back with Animate Dead. And then we need to decide which one of these things we want to Maelstrom Pulse. I think we actually need to kill Lurrus, unfortunately. Because otherwise, if we kill the Elder Gargoth, they can just bring it back with Animate Dead. So, Pulse here. Reclaimer, pass. But there's a good chance they can just kill us here. They can Duretti to kill our Uro, and then attack us with a bunch of stuff. They play Strip Mine. Oh, so they have Strip Mine, Raminep, Fast Bond. Yeah, I mean, their deck is basically the same as ours, but potentially better. Yeah, I really wish we had Fast Bond. I don't think we make any sideboard changes, though, other than maybe adding one extra land. But they have Raminep, Wrenn and Six, Strip Mine, Fast Bond, so they have all the same stuff, but they have the Fast Bond to really turbocharge it. They're sniping every single one of our lands, and then they can snipe our Uro. And their life total is high enough that we can't just like cheese them out here. Every time they play land, they are taking 1, but I don't think that's going to be enough, especially if Elder Gargaroth gains them 3. Well, at least our Elvish Reclaimer's big. Man, there was one point where I was feeling so good. We had them down to just 1 land, but they had the devoted druids. They were able to go 2 mana there, plus they're tapping their 1 land to play Ramanap. That let them get their 2 lands back from their graveyard, and then it just snowballed from there. They sack their Wrenn to kill our birds, so we're down to only 1 mana. Now they can be ready to kill our Uro. If they don't kill the Uro, we actually could potentially still fight back into it, but with the Uro, it's going to be tough. At this point, I just want to see more of their deck, and I guess open up the possibility of them making some weird misplays. Like, they're at 7, we have an Uro. Okay, they just go to combat, so I think we will trade with the Gargaroth here. They haven't used already yet. If they had already used already, then I would triple block with the zombies. But given that they haven't used already, I think we need to do this because we're going to be losing our Uro either way. A lot of lands in that graveyard right now. If they were out of action, we could maybe still fight back. But all right, Custodial Lich 2. It's looking like an uphill battle. Good to know about this card, though. This is why we do want to keep playing, just like learn more about their deck. This in particular is a card where like we could be way ahead and then just lose to this card. So knowing about that is nice. Then they play Liliana. Their deck is awesome. This is like the perfect Jund deck. 2 pieces of fast mana, lots of cheap planeswalkers, all the land synergies. The Monarch lets you grind against the blue decks. Good cheap removal. Really, really solid deck. They have 10 cards. Is there any way we can somehow mill them? Probably not. I mean, they are the Monarch. It's not impossible. But the thing is, we can never get lands. Like we can try to get our 1 land, but then they just strip mine it again. Blooming Marsh, baby, go! Not looking good. I just want to see if they reveal any more information. They also have Boseiju. Boseiju Wrenn and Six is pretty sweet. Their deck is kind of the dream. Again, I don't think we have any good sideboard options, really. Zealous Conscripts doesn't seem amazing. Alright, GG. We can block here, but then we die with perfect loss, no permanence, and 0 life. That's exactly how you want it. Alright, on the draw for game 2, playing against Jund. I don't think we make any changes, unless we want to bring in 1 more land. I do like all of these cards, though. Fiend Artisan could be a little sketchy. Yeah, I guess I'll cut Fiend Artisan for 1 more island. And then we'll run it like this. We're going up on mana sources, but if we're playing Wasteland Strip Mine, they're playing Strip Mine. Lots of lands are going to be blown up. So we'll keep Utopia Sprawl as a liability against Strip Mine, but this hand is still, like, the upside is very, very high. We're going to name white here. If they have the Strip Mine, they get their 2 for 1, but we're hoping they just play a Mox and we get to kill it with Night of Autumn. Alright, nice. Okay, so against this, let's just Strip Mine them. And then play Survival of the Fittest. This is a spot where I really wish I had Ramanap Excavator. Okay, so we can discard Night of Autumn to find something. I think what I'm just going to do is shock and pass here. And then we can just start filling up our graveyard. Like, we could have also got a Mana Dork so we could play Escape to the Wilds, which would be reasonable. But I like getting cards in the yard here. If they play a Signet, I think I'm still discarding Knight of Autumn, and then we'll get Uro, discard Uro, get Loran, and then play Loran. We could even put Kroxa into the graveyard too. Okay. Discard Knight. I'm going to get Kroxa first, and then get Uro. And then next turn we're going to have 4 mana. We don't have Leovold mana. Could get a Hydroid Krasis. I think I'm just going to get Uro. Just keep this train going. Pest Infestation, okay. Not a bad one. I think I'm just going to play Uro, though, to ramp. And if we draw a creature, we can... ooh, okay. Alright, we'll pass back. Good position. I'm still, like, their deck can go... kind of pop off out of nowhere if they're playing fast bonds, but if they don't do something drastic this turn, we get to play Escape the Wilds, play 2 lands, just like get a huge advantage in development. Duretti is pretty slow. I think I'm going to play Escape the Wilds over Oko here. Wow, that's just lands. That's kind of insane. All right, I will Wasteland them. And then just put Spar's Headquarters into play. I'm very happy I'm not just drawing all of these lands. Next turn we'll play one of these lands and then maybe Loran. Loran just doesn't even do that much though, but depends on what they do. We've definitely been able to navigate to the mana advantage. They only have 2 lands. They have 2 mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Night's Whisper is super slow. I think we can put Uro into play this turn. I'm going to fetch, get green-black. And then go, let's see, green, green, blue, blue. Okay, if we play Uro into Loran, they can kill the Uro with the Duretti. So, we could Pest Infestation both of their dudes, or play Loran, or use Survival of the Fittest to find something huge. I think I'm just gonna put Uro into play though. Honestly, if they want to if they want to kill the Uro, that's fine. We still get to draw a card, ramp a bit. They're losing loyalty on their Uro or on their Duretti. So land, this. Do we lose the Strip Mine to save Kroxa? Yeah. All right. Loran. All right. And we'll pass. They can Fatal Push the Loran or the Uro if they want to. Either way, we don't care too much. We have just so much mana here. And with Survival of the Fittest plus a creature in hand, we can get probably just Hydroid Krasis and keep the value train going. Could also play a massive Pest Infestation. What do they have here? Okay, Minsk and Boo is not that scary. I mean, it's fine, but... So they need to leave it back on defense, or else we can kill it with Raging Ravine. Maelstrom Pulse, great draw. I think we're just going for the Raging Ravine play then. So we'll go Pulse this, Animate Ravine, attack. Land. Raging Ravine. Then we'll kill the Minskin Boo and hit Duretti down to 2. And then we're going to pass and use the Survival of the Fittest end of turn. Seeing Minskin Boo makes me even more excited about their deck. That's kind of the Jund's dream. Alright, they make another 1/1. This is fine. We can kill that with Pest Infestation if we care. I like having 2 X spells with all this mana. The Pest Infestation and then the Hydroid Krasis that we're potentially getting here. They return land instead of killing our Loran. Okay, that's fine. I think I will use Loran end of turn to let us each draw. Okay, they have 3 card types. No, let's not do that, actually. We have plenty of card draw already. Hydroid Krasis. On tap. We need to find Field of the Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will make us draw 5 cards, so let's just do that. Oh, sorry, 4 cards. Yeah, 10 mana, so 8 Krasis, draw 4. It's a lot of action. I think I'm honestly going to send this at Duretti. And if they block with the Construct, then they don't have something to sack to Duretti yet. They might have an artifact in hand, but yeah, this is fine. And our hand is obviously stacked. We have tons of mana. We are at some risk of milling ourselves. They Beseiju our thing. That's fine. We'll get Tropical Island. 10 cards left in the library, so that's our window that we need to win within. But Pest Infestation on its own should be pretty good there. Also, this Hydroid Krasis is a huge problem if they can't kill it. They plus, but they could have Fatal Push. Or Vraska. Bummer. That's one of the worst things for us that they could have had. I'm not going to use this Survival of the Fittest end of turn. At this point, we need all our resources. They mill over Bloodghast too. That's annoying. Okay, I think we just need to go wide with Pest Infestation here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Maybe we wait a little bit longer, actually. Alright, take 1, that's fine. We untap. Okay. I like getting the Raging Ravine into play, although they do have Beseiju. How do we want to do this? I think I will put Uro into play. Let's play Garrick first, though. So untap 2 lands. Escape Uro, which I think is better than Croxa here. They both are kind of soft to Duretti. They're really just going to run us out of cards in our deck, I feel like. I think I'm just going to take out the Croaks at this point because I want to leave the land for returning with Crucible of Worlds. Man, where's our Field of the Dead? Okay, we'll play land, or Mox, I guess. Crucible of Worlds. Replay this. And then play Leovold and pass. In response, they stomp our Garruk. Okay. We'll see if they get Delirium. Hopefully they don't. Okay, they didn't hit it yet, but they're very likely to now with the Faithless looting in the graveyard. Although we actually, I guess they need to minus to kill the Leovold first, but they can minus already, kill the Leovold, then play Faithless looting, then probably get Delirium and kill the Garruk. But if they do that, then they're not killing our Uro. And then probably next turn is the turn for our big pest infestation turn. Liliana, okay. So they make a sack Uro, and then they can kill the Garruk with Bloodghast and hit us for 1. But then we can play a huge pest infestation. Hopefully this is an artifact or enchantment. No, it's not. They have so many planeswalkers, and we just have lands. I really wish we just had like an Ugin or like a really big way to go over the top. I think we have a lot of top end. Like it's unusual that we get to this game state, but specifically like Duretti is quite good. Like we can just keep on putting Uro into play, but they can just keep on killing it. Maybe we were supposed to kill Duretti before the Minsk and Boo last turn or last game. No, that was still this game. Okay, so we have Raging Ravine up. Okay, Retrofitter Foundry, we can kill that. Okay, let's just play our Pest Infestation here. Target this. So cast it for 5 to make 10 1/1s. Then we'll put the Hierarch into play our tap land and pass. If they plus Lily, we can just discard Autograph Autumn. Don't care too much about that. They have the Strip Mine, but it's too late now. Even if they find Fast Bond. Huntmaster of the Fells. Okay, that's kind of annoying because our plan is just to go super wide and attack them a bunch of times. But against Huntmaster, that might not work, and we don't get that many more turns. Okay, let's take 5 here. This is fine. Kill our Hierarch. Okay. Sack the Bloodghast. I don't think we have any more action in our deck. Too bad we don't have Garruk Ultimate. And they just make so many chump blockers that it's going to be really hard for us to ever get through with like a big Raging Ravine. We could make Raging Ravine huge, but that just isn't going to do it. Just a brutal draw. Okay, let's escape Uro. But we're just going to run out of resources here. Third time escaping Uro is usually enough, but not this game. It is very frustrating that we haven't found Field of the Dead. If we'd found Field of the Dead a long time ago, we easily could have won this game. But if we find it here, we could still potentially do it. Just brutal. It's in our bottom 4 cards. Okay, play land. Play Acidic Slime. Acidic Slime just does nothing, though. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. We play Uro. Animate Crucible of Worlds. I think we just send everything at their face. Right? We knew about that. Okay. I mean, yeah, we're dead. So we can eat 4 of our pests. They take 9. That's not going to be enough. If only we had a burn spell of some sort. Like, if we had the red burn spell, Rolling Earthquake, we could easily win this. But, like, we just run out of cards in library here. We could have even won. I think we could have just sat back and survived trying to just, like, play a long game. But the problem is we have to kill them in 4 turns. And Field of the Dead is, like, our way to go over the top here. Man, we were so far up on resources, but we haven't been able to translate that into a way to win because we just don't have enough removal. So they can just like play blockers and then not even care that we have 10 pests. I'll take a draw step and then concede. I don't. I guess I'll fetch. Yeah, I'll fetch to see if there's anything that I'm not thinking of. Maybe we could have won if we kept Croatia instead of Uro. Swinging for 5. Okay, they're getting a little aggressive. I don't think they need to. It doesn't really make sense to attack with Huntmaster here. I think you should just leave back all your blockers, but it's not going to matter here. So we have Field of the Dead. I think we just have like random stuff left. Nothing that would really change things. There's Wrenn and Six, Courser. Yeah, we're very dead here. Unfortunate. Okay. So could not get the trophy. That ends my run of 3 straight. Wow, that was only game 2. They definitely would have timed out if we went to game 3. All right, this was our deck, and it was really good, but it was good. First, we'll start with the things that made it powerful. A lot of early acceleration. Birds, Hierarch, Utopia Sprawl, Nox Emerald means we're usually able to start with 3 mana on turn 2. And then we have a ton of cheap cards that can really take over the game. So, Wrenn and Six plus Crucible with Wasteland and Strip Mine is really good. We never got Fast Bond, but still, that's a good combo. Leovold, Oko, all these cards are really good. We also had great ways to blow up artifacts and enchantments with Loren, Night of Autumn, and Pest Infestation. And we had pretty good mana sinks, Pest Infestation, Hydroid Krasis. Really good mana base too. The downside is we didn't have any ways to really go over the top of them. We just were hoping that like strip mining them a few times and then playing Leovold and attacking is going to be enough, which I think is a solid plan. That beats any aggressive deck, it beats any control deck, but mid-range decks like in the finals can just go over the top of us because they have more threats in their deck. Especially, like, the Uro Croatia thing was a big part of our game plan, and it was good. I mean, we won a lot of games with that. But specifically against the card Duretti, Duretti can just, like, really punish that game plan by just killing them over and over again. It's possible in the turn when we killed Minsk and Boo, we were supposed to kill Duretti instead. I really underestimated how good Duretti would be against us. because Duretti killed like 3 Okos and a Leovold. And so it's possible we were supposed to kill that and like let them have a Minsk and Boo and then just try and kill the Minsk and Boo over the course of a few turns. Hard to say. It's also possible we were just going to lose that game either way. But yeah, our opponent's deck was sweet. They had tons of Planeswalkers plus Strip Mine. So we unfortunately could not quite get the trophy. But the deck was definitely sweet. I love these sorts of Wrenn and Six decks. Hopefully one day we get the Fast Bond dream. But definitely a pretty sweet league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.